Hey everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have another Link to the Past All Dungeons RMG League match. This is Eastern Palace Round 2. We have MM2 versus Malmo. On commentary today we have Chex Human and JD Silvergun, and they will take it from here.
Thank you, Baseball. I'm Chex Human, and I'm joined by JD. So hello, JD. How are you? If you are there, hello. Today we have... Is JD here? Sorry. You may have lost JD for a second. That is okay, though, because we have a race. We have an All Dungeons League race. It's week 2, and we have MM2nescartridge versus Super Malmo World. Malmo. So this will be a great race. MM2 and Malmo are great runners of A Link to the Past, and especially glitched categories. So All Dungeons is sort of our star glitched category, and they've been exploring different routes, and so we'll see some interesting ways to get through this game using out of bounds and mirror wraps and other restricted major glitches, as we call them. RMG. So this is All Dungeons RMG, and yeah, it's a good category. It's tough to race glitched categories because of how dangerous glitches are and how difficult the routing is and how challenging the dungeons are. So anything could happen. Races can swing, and I'm looking forward to it. Do we have JD yet?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Can you hear
Hello?
me?
Yes. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's a very exciting matchup here. Very good runners. And just to add on to what you were saying, I feel like this is kind of like more of like a hybrid category. It's not... I don't really see it as a glitched category. Even though it has glitches, I see it as like a middle ground. It's kind of a general test of game skills because it has glitches, but not...
It is.
It's not like all the glitches, I guess, to put it simply.
Right. I like the way you put that, a general test of game skills. It's a good balance, like you're saying. A balance between gameplay, moving Link, combat, doing dungeons, and doing glitches, which are, they kind of pile up. You're doing glitches all the time. But yeah, there's a good balance. And we're starting this run with 2 glitches to get Link out of escape. So the first one is called Lonk. This is maybe it's a minor glitch. It doesn't really matter. The point is we can use it. And the first one is jump, save, and quit. So we have to activate. We have to arm EG. That is. So we arm EG by jumping and saving and quitting. There it is. So we now have something called armed EG, but we have to stack this with another glitch. That's what Lonk is. And we'll see that happen if Link gets hit and enters a dungeon at the same time. So that'll be the castle entrance here. Let's see how our runners line up.
MM2 got right on the pixel.
Nice. Malmo gets it. And we see Link's funny walking animation. And Link is he has the properties of a bunny right now. And a funny thing about the bunny Link is that Bunny Link cannot get electrocuted. So when Bunny Link touches the barrier, you get knockback damage. So this is what activates EG, and it's the only thing that we can do upstairs to activate EG. And so this is something we can do to get past the gold guard, and overworld EG is allowed. So that's how we get out of escape. Now we use the funny auto walk thing to get past the gold guards going east. And MM2 gets it, Malmo gets it. So that is some diagonal wall clipping, followed by a fake flipper splash, and then an auto walk.
Both going for the citrus. So this is a very optional glitch, but it does save time if you get it quickly, like MM2 just did.
Nice. Yes, it is a shortcut. We don't have to do it. And it used to be a try-hard strat because we didn't have citrus clip until 2018 or 2019. It used to be a different kind of manual corner clip. But since citrus came out, it made it much more accessible.
I remember seeing that kind of clip in like old Super Scudge runs and like videos. I don't actually know how it works, but I have seen it before.
Yeah, I don't remember the movements exactly, but I think it's a zigzag, and the only person I would see do it was Zelda. And fun fact, that was back when the route had escape first. So after doing escape, you wanted a good clip, and if you didn't have one, you'd have to reset and then do escape again. So some people just wouldn't go for it because you would have to reset escape if you did it poorly.
I was gonna say, I feel like you want to do the clip even more because there are enemies in the way if you end the rain state.
Yeah, that's a good point. And here we have the anti-fairy skip. MM2 somehow missed the switch. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, so he got the 2 hard pots and it was fine.
Yeah, the hitboxes in this game for the detect link are sometimes, very interesting to say the least. I mean, it looked like he was on it, but didn't work the first time. Like, sometimes I think you could honestly frame rule the switch and, like, be standing directly on it and it doesn't work.
It's tough because you have to wait out the iframes, and it's hard to see where your positioning is. Okay, so we got a heart grab for Malmo. She's staying safe here. We have MM2 down to half a heart. I'm sure this will be fine. He gets this heart pot and ZGR.
This Eastern is a lot more action-packed than usual.
Yeah, that's true. Malmo's having bad RNG with cannonballs. Tricky to get around. Oh, I missed MM2's cannonballs.
Yeah.
Okay, so MM2 takes down Armos Knights. Malmo's being safe with arrows, maxing them out to 30. We want arrows. We want extras. Both runners do a good job. Yeah. Malmo does the 2 lamp flames. What does that do, JD?
That is to manipulate the Ancilla search index. Basically, we need to set it to a known value so we can use that later for a splash delete.
Yeah, that's right. There are different routes we can take, and one of them involves getting early hook. So we get hook shot by clipping in Tower of Hera. and we'll want to get fake flippers. So that is a setup. MM2 doesn't go for the setup at this point, but he probably will later. Our runners, by the way, have... Oh, our runners have different routes, so we'll see that much later, I believe.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think MM2 will be doing fake clippers because his Meyer split has a picture of the hook shot.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is interesting. So, I might have routes mixed up a bit. One thing I thought MM2 did was get early hook, but do the late hook route. And I might be mixed up.
I think that's what Malmo is kind of doing. Although both are kind of doing a Requiem route, like a triple dip pod, but
Yeah.
so Malmo's doing early hook and MM2 is not, but both are doing... I think both are doing the 2014 like back half like dungeon order, like doing like mountain flippers and then desert, mire, swamp, ice, TR.
Yes, that's right. Malmo does do that, I think. Yeah, no, I agree. So we have the funny Death Mountain screen. We have, layers a little bit mixed up due to the rain state and how that changes things. And now, so MM2 flew off the mountain and is entering Spectacle Rock Cave. And this is to set up a clip to get to Palace of Darkness. Oh, does he walk to the pixel? Both? What threat was that? We'll see Malmo would walk directly to the pixel.
I think he walked to the pixel.
And the mini Moldorm is pretty dangerous. I mean, it's random. That's what makes it dangerous. You're in danger of losing time.
That certainly is true. But both got it on the first try. Very nice.
And MM2 gets the big key, and this, while we're in cave state, gives us the wrong big keys. So it gives us the big keys of Escape, Desert, and Hera, which will be useful for saving time, especially in Hera and Desert.
And it also saves additional time for Malmo because she can use the Hera small key to do the early hook shot route using that key in Swamp. Where normally you would have to use that key to get the Hera big key. And then you would clip to Hyrule Castle to steal another key in the regular early hook shot route.
Right. Pod is interesting. Anyone familiar with glitches knows that when you enter cave state, you have infinite keys, basically. You enter with 255. And amazingly, in this route, you don't need to open any of Pod's 6 key doors using keys. We can just walk through them. Walk through the ones we need. All right, time for escape for our runners. Casual boots escape. Except we get in through the north moat clip.
Yeah, this is a really cool part of the run, because you're not supposed to have boots here or the hammer, so we just kind of, plow through everything.
Yeah. And and we won't have to fight the ball and chain guard. That is one slight advantage of having the big key of cave.
Malmo may have been a little bit high on that dash, but it corrected before bonking. That's kind of an awkward room, but it's definitely better to adjust than to bonk.
Definitely. Okay, so we got mirror early. We didn't talk about that, but we can use that right here to skip the back half of escape. And we just needed to save and quit. And then our mirror point takes us to Sanctuary.
Yeah, for whatever reason, when we rescue the old man, our spawn point becomes the Sanctuary. But then when we rescue Zelda and end Rain, then we get the normal menu for spawn points when we load our file.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, grabbing the lamppost saves lag on text frames. I think I may have worded that wrong, but I think you know what I meant.
Yeah, I was going to say I couldn't phrase it any better. It does save over a second, so it's pretty nice. All right, we've got the Beatles room. Always a hard room, regardless. Next up, we can just walk through the big key door, because we have the big key of this dungeon now. And, right, so, that's right. So, MM2 does not get hookshot here, and does not get the key that Malmo just got. Oh, Malmo does the ACM Beetle strat. Nice. I just now noticed that.
I do that strat too. I know there's another one that I usually see most NMG people do, but I don't know. I just never learned it. Like this one is just really intuitive. It's not that hard to learn, I think.
MM2 typed something in all caps, and then I didn't watch his screen, so I believe I followed instructions correctly. Nothing bad happened to our runners. Or will happen. Okay,
yeah,
here...
I certainly hope nothing bad happens.
Here we have... well, on the left there's a Moldorm fight, so it'll only take 3 hits. And on the right we have Malmo going for a dash clip, which is one of the newer clipping methods. And there we go, that clip takes us to Swamp. So we're in Swamp Palace, and now we'll be doing the fake flipper, which is a trick called fake clippers, because we're fake flipping and then clipping through a rail. Alright, so we get a diagonal stairs to get us started. That's one of 3 methods, basically, to get through this room. Oh, and Malmo goes a little off course, but that's okay. There we go. We got out. It's important to be careful with that, otherwise we get blocked or locked out of the landing. Meanwhile, we saw a Death Mountain descent from MM2, one of the oldest features of this speedrun, because it's our way into the Dark World. Okay, so Malmo also is completing Hera. This is one of the neat things about our runners' routes. Both of them are completing Hera early, which we don't see in the optimal route.
Any other reason why people would do that is usually the extra heart container provides a lot of safety. Thieves Town and Skullwoods be a bit tricky if things go wrong, because we don't have very many hearts. So this just makes it a little bit safer.
Yeah.
Right, Hellway coming up for MM2.
Perfect.
Very nicely done.
Good RNG as well.
It's always nice to see the God RNG with the God Pixel. It's certainly not a given by any means.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so Malmo is going for the super speed, is missing the spin speed, which remains one of the tricky parts of playing the video game. But there we go. She gets the DMD, and she's on her way to Thieves Town.
I find it a little bit odd that doing the early hookshot route and then still doing spin speed on the mountain, it seems a little bit odd to me. You know what the value, like time-wise, do you think menuing to hookshot is worth it versus the charge of a sword spin?
People were just talking about the timings today. I would ask Requiem of Spirit in chat about this. But I also agree with you. If you're getting early hookshot, you gotta use that thing.
Well, if Requiem or anyone else in chat does have that information, we would appreciate it. But back to the race. MM2 having a good conveyor room. That room can be very annoying at times, but usually it's okay.
Nice dashes from MM2. It's a hard room. It's hard to do the dash strat even when you have Master Sword. But when you have Fighter Sword, you cannot get rid of the Zazax with one dash. Ooh. Okay.
Unfortunate
Slowly but
pattern
surely.
for Malmo. She got the Gibo blocking the exit on the hallway. Very, very bad luck.
The worst. And a blind fight for MM2. It's essentially the same fight as in NMG. Our sword is just slightly shorter.
Okay, nicely done by MM2.
And here we go, our first crystal. MM2 also discussed the different strats we have in the block room. I'm not sure what you call it. Almo's in the room now. Let's see her strat. She goes for hammers. The optimal strat involves using a bomb to kill the right hand side Stelphos, and it's a trick. You know, it's a tricky thing. You have to get good RNG and throw the bomb correctly. You also have an advantage when you use hammers to get a bomb. To get an arrow pot. So you save on resources.
Yeah, the bomb strat is, I mean, definitely you can get unlucky with the position of the Stelphos, or you could try to manipulate it by slashing your sword if he runs up at you. It just depends. But, this route that they're doing, well, both are doing a triple pod route, so I don't expect bombs to be an issue for either of them.
Yeah, it's more of an issue in other routes, and I agree. It should not really be an issue. Oh, we have the dash strat for MM2 to get a quick warp.
I like this double quick warp strat for the Smiths. You don't have to time anything, you just do it, but, I don't think either of our runners go for frog door.
Malmo had an off-script blind fight and unfortunately couldn't get it under control, but she has a backup plan, and that is to get Tempered Sword. So she'll return and try again after getting the book and Tempered.
Yeah, that is extremely unfortunate. But if you do have to do the refight, it is a lot easier with sword beams. She correctly remembers to mirror before leaving the screen.
Yeah, I was slightly scared, but she remembered. Also, she got a quick warp out of it, which is nice. Both runners do the quick warp strat for the frog rescue. And library screen.
Dashing in Sea House. I don't think that actually saves time if you cancel your dash with a cardinal like that. I have timed that room a lot because I was very curious and I don't know. You have to execute it very, very well to save time with dashing in that room is what I found.
Yeah.
And even then, it is a matter of frames saved, like very few.
How about that dash for Malmo?
Perhaps that was not intentional.
True. Okay, so MM2 just did one of the hardest rooms, but it went fine.
The statue room is notorious in all the categories that have to do it, and it was very nicely done, I agree.
Oh, hello. Okay, Malmo wants hearts. We'll see what her heart collection plan is. Time to... Okay, look out. We got a ghost in our way of farming. Okay, so Malmo has 2 hearts now. Getting hearts for blind should not be an issue. Ideally, she'll collect full hearts and have sword beams for the refight. Okay. So, there is a heart on the right side. It's just out of the way. Good mummy room for MM2. This is the sword beam fight with hook for some reason. I like it. And we have Mothula for MM2. Now the first hit got out of hand, but the rest of the fight went by in a flash. Oh, I wonder about the hook shot. The hook shot is good for iframes, so it's a really good defensive item. But Malmo did not have to use it. And we get to hook speed out of Thieves Town.
Let's see if Malmo goes for that. I think I don't know. Some people don't go for that. It doesn't arise very often in vanilla, but it's easy to accidentally go in the door when you're trying to do that strat. So I don't know. I'm just saying. Let's see if she goes for it or not. It is really cool, though. I agree. And MM2 commenting about his Skullwoods, saying he was a coward for mirroring out, I think, is what that was in reference to. But I thought all of the rooms were nicely handled, though.
Yeah. So, according to MM2 splits, he's got a gold Skullwoods. Pretty good. Next gold probably will eliminate that spin during the fight. All right, time for desert for MM2, which for some reason is a save and quit to the mountain. So it's time to collect. MM2 will get the ether and then flippers. This is a rarely seen route these days.
Yes, it definitely is. I don't know, it's more common than you might think. I know there are some people that are actually running the 2014 route in this very league, but
oh yeah, of course.
It is definitely not the normal route these days, though. I think the reason why these two runners are opting for this shopping, and nice mummy battle by Malmo, by the way. I think the reason they're doing this is to avoid the ice rod map wrap. I could be mistaken, but that's just a theory that I had.
Yeah, that's an advantage for sure. But yeah, you're right. It's great to see so many players in this tournament. I haven't watched as many races as I'd like to, so valid. Oh, I missed what happened here. But Malmo redid
You
the
didn't
setup.
trust the bomb. Yeah, maybe it was too far away. I have only just recently started incorporating like the forward-facing spin strat.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not actually sure if that bomb was actually too far, but she didn't trust it, so she decided to just set it up again.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Did you happen to see if it was too far, or...?
No, I looked away to see why the setup was redone. We have a funny screen for MM2 here. This is a bomb clip. It's a shortcut because we're going west. That can go haywire sometimes if the bombers get in our way, but we're fine.
Yeah, I hate doing that trick. Like in rando, like I try to avoid it. MM2 made it easy, of course.
We have the flashy rain, which is a little bit jarring, but it just happens because we don't enter mire from the transition that we normally do.
MM2 once again showing that we are making good use of our cave state. Big key. Right?
Oh yeah.
Just going straight to the back of desert.
Yeah. All right, Mothula is down for Malmo. And we have torches for MM2. And Fire Rod Landmos coming up.
Okay, nicely done. A
Nice
cooperative pattern, and it was well executed.
Right. And so MM2 gets a free menu because the timer for the pendant continues even while paused. So that gives us just enough time to get in a menu. MM2 switches to ether because it's time to go into mire.
So MM2 is going to be showcasing like the 2014 version of the Mire route. It's going to get 2 keys right away, which is normally not how Mire is routed anymore. And he's going to use one of those keys when he gets to Swamp. There will be a couple clips that are done to travel all the way to Swamp from Mire, but we have to go through Hera.
Yeah. We go through the mega dungeon. Meyerhara Swamp. So this is fun. Malmo is retracing MM2's footsteps and is doing her mountain cleanup.
Oh, that's smart. I think I was doing that screen wrong that MM2 was on. If you get the top fire snake, maybe I should be going low and dashing like that. What do you think about that?
I need to take a second look. Yeah. So MM2 skips the magic and we'll get it the second loop around because he'll be returning to the screen. Wow, I just clipped what you were talking about. This is my first time seeing that movement from MM2, so that is pretty neat.
I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do or not. I was just following the snake and like accepting that it was being slowed down because I didn't know what you were supposed to do there. It's one of the few screens I haven't really looked at a whole lot. I've done a lot of labbing for a lot of screens in this run lately since I came back to the category.
Okay, so good screen for Malmo. I thought the bombers would give her more trouble, but she was fine.
Yeah, Malmo also making that bomb clip look easy. I don't know, like, I've done many other bomb clips like that one, but that one in particular, for some reason, I just don't like it. Even though it's, like, the same setup as, like, a lot of other ones that use the same principle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I missed MM2's clip. Let me take another look at that as well. I'm watching the whole race through clips.
He just did the standard left side like bonk to set up the bomb positioning.
Yeah, exactly.
And then a nice dash citrus like we saw Malmo do earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as we know, MM2 has the flippers, so he won't have to do fake clippers.
It definitely saves time in that room. I'll say that much.
Yep. So, unfortunately, MM2 does lose time on going back through Meyer a little bit. Oh, a landmo gets away from Malmo. And she cleans up landmo. Oh.
Yeah, but this type of Meyer routing is kind of like the HMG, like rando, like where you have to do Meyer 2 like a bunch of times. You get really good at that room.
Yeah. Yeah, and this screen is interesting because the pegs are up. We have to dash down to save time on the fall, basically, to return Link back to the start, and then take the bridge. And then go to the left side.
And MM2 correctly was falling on the right side because his movement was good in the room. Like if you make a mistake and you know that you're slow, like the safe option is to just fall higher up, because you can get 1.0'd by a laser in that room, and it's kind of a thing in major glitch categories that tends to happen if you aren't prepared for it.
So MM2 is setting up fluteless spooky action. So one thing, no. What is he gonna do here? Okay.
It's going for the new Zero Rush.
Nice. So let's see if he does Spooky 3. Yep. Nice. Very well done. That is
brand new tech.
Yeah.
Like a week or two old at most.
Right. And that dash turn and fire rod have to be lightning quick. And I find it too hard. Basically, I can't do it yet. So good on MM2 for nailing it.
I gotta be honest, I have so many other things I'm been looking at and trying to fix in my run. I haven't had the time to look at that yet, but good on MM2 for learning it. And surviving a Vitreous fight, which is, you know, not always a given in this category.
Okay, so next up is Swamp. So we're doing the Mire escape screen, which I think is pretty fun. I never get to do it anymore. We have to beat this coup, Fireball, and then we do a jump. Uh-oh. Okay. So 3 hearts of damage for MM2. That shouldn't be a big deal. It's just Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks to when I first learned this category, and I was very, very new to glitches. If you're not good at overworld clipping, that fireball is very annoying.
Definitely. And basically, you want to do it fast because the alternate route is simply to save and quit to Link's house, which is pretty close to Swamp. So the timing is just a bit faster than that. Okay, so we have Malmo setting up with spooky action. And so she's using dust. There we go, nice. Spooky 2.
And Malmo showcased a strat in the previous room that is more commonly seen in this category, because MM2 did not have to flip the switch because of mirroring back to the front of the dungeon. I was able to just ignore that.
Yep. It's another nice thing about the old route. Alright, just a 1 cycle from Malmo. Dang, MM2's showing off all the rando strats.
Yeah, the splash setup for Diver Down is not usually seen in vanilla run, but
yeah,
I mean,
it took
whatever you're comfortable with works.
I think I basically never learned that. It came out after the speedrun Diver Down setups, but for whatever reason that proliferated in among a lot of rando players who learned it.
Yeah, it's because you can do that setup in more rooms than that one.
Yeah, so I find myself feeling a little bit more restricted when I try to apply the glitch in other rooms. I guess I did learn it. Never mind.
Well, I was about to say I'm with you because once in a while I play cross keys with like the regular like non-glitched rando community, and like every time I'm like, how do you do this again?
Yeah.
It takes me a second.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for me,
showcasing the safe exit. Wow.
Oh,
that
nice.
Up over things.
Yeah, I love these different movements. But yeah, if it were me, I probably wouldn't remember how to do this the splash block. Oh yeah, Malmo gets extra bombs here for safety. I don't think she does that every time. All right, and MM2 is off to Ice Rod. Excuse me, to Ice. I got so excited I couldn't talk. MM2 is doing the mirror wrap, so this is slightly dangerous, but should be fine. Okay, the screen is looking a little messed up, but that's also fine. There we go. MM2 gets it. And now it just needs to find the entrance of Ice Palace. There we go.
Going for the bonk, set up with the bomb clip.
Nice one. Okay, Malmo is doing diver
strats
down.
for Ice Palace.
Yeah. I think we'll see if
Malmo's facing the splashless. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good to see that. And there's the ice thing for MM2. So we had just a little bit of shuffling around for MM2 to get that fricker set up, the bonk set up to set and throw the bomb. We'll see the same from Malmo, I believe. Oh yeah, then we have different lonely fire bar.
Well, it's funny that depending on who's playing, you will use 0 to 2 Ice Palace depending on what strats you're going for. It's very variable from person to person.
Yeah, it's quite a bit different from NMG, and then it's different from person to person.
Well, and the reason you could stay on Samaria the whole time and not menu if you do a dash clip. M2 seems concerned with the 0 bomb Ice Palace, but it has a very nice cold stare though.
Well done. Yeah, I'm not sure what the concern is, but the alternative in the bombable floor room is that you would use Samaria. So it just uses a bit of magic. I think that's fine.
An exciting segment coming up for MM2 is Darkness 2 split with a picture of the Cane of Samaria. So this is kind of the crux of the category coming up here with the basement clip.
Oh, here we go. Malmo's doing the new spaces setup for mirror wrap. She doesn't get the initial try at the mirror wrap, but that's okay. We get a mirror bonk. And now Malmo needs to go up just a little bit, not as much as in the other setup. And there we go. Okay, so MM2 leaving Ice Palace sets up a slope swim to get to Ice Rod. Meanwhile, nice ice clip for Malmo.
That new mirror wrap setup is so odd because we never do we never mirror wrap the right, at least that I'm aware of, other than that one.
You know, It's so interesting. Yeah, exactly. It's so weird how that, like I can't think of any other example. All the screens we want to skip involve going to the right. So Malmo got the big key and now has blue mail. Nice safety for the rest of the run.
Yeah, I'm also a fan of blue mail. It's so quick to get.
All right, so here's basement clip. And MM2 just spammed Samaria to get a slot 0 block, and then got spin speed, then used a lamp flame to get Samaria bounce. So he was able to achieve a spin speed state from the stairs and let go of the block. And now he's doing some diagonal clipping. Malmo got a little bit out of hand here at Cold Stair, but she's cleaning it up. Blue mail's pretty huge. Why do I even practice, says Malmo? Quote of the day. We did see practice from Malmo earlier, and she does have a new practice command, which gives us this quote. Thank you for the pin. And, okay, so we've got MM2. A slight mishap with Kiki, but that's fine. Basement clip went well, by the way. And that can go off the rails, so to speak. But it was fine.
Yeah, it looked like he was actually having a little bit of trouble with it, but he's so fast at doing the inputs that it ended up not really mattering a whole lot, because he still was able to do it quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's watch Malmo's screen. She's setting up the Brahmin ice rod slope swim. So I don't know what you call this exactly, but we jump over a bad transition, which is a funny shortcut to get to Ice Rock Cave.
Yeah, I do this too in my route. Not the teleport into the cave, but the way that she got to the screen, though.
Yeah.
It's a cool little shortcut. It saved a little bit of time over what MM2 did. What MM2 did was more of like the rando swim clip.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Double uh-oh. Okay, we're good.
I think that bomb probably would have worked, but she didn't trust it. But nonetheless, she did manage to get in.
Mm-hmm. It looked like MM2 grabbed the pegs that went down, which I thought was funny. I'm not really sure why.
I missed it, but...
It could have been an attempt at a dash charge. I'm not sure.
No, I'm sure that it was. I mean, that...
Yeah, it's not just because. Oh, no, he does do it just because.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that there's so many spots in the game where we like grab walls and things on accident when we're trying to dash.
Yeah, the alternate strat.
Maybe it was that, but
The alternate strat is to grab,
Go ahead.
to nudge walking down, and then do a key dash to the left. Okay, so Malmo is setting up the teleport to get into the rail position. Good teleport. And now she's doing the new Samaria strats developed by Requiem just last month.
I'm loving this armored basement clip. Like, we never see this.
Yeah.
Well, normally only in green mail.
Which one do we have here? This is she has red mail and her own emote. All right, good clip for Malmo.
Yeah, it was nice. And saves time over her PB, according to the splits.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. So Malmo took a hit in her screen wrap, but that's okay. Oh, she did lose time because it was intended for her to go to pod. And
Yeah, Malmo's had a lot of really bad RNG today. Like,
yeah,
the Thieves Town hallway and, like, just a lot of weird random things going on.
yeah.
Like, and that
for sure.
boulder is one of them.
And the Moldorm is another one.
Sometimes the game is just out to get you, I swear.
It is. And then it's fine because Malmo does not run out of bombs. So she's not losing any further time.
A TR climb for MM2 and our second mirror wrap.
Yeah. Another feature of the category that's been around for a while. Okay. So, right, the block blast. So Malmo's going to the right.
Oh, she got door stated there. Couldn't do a dash turn.
I'm slightly surprised that both runners do a dash up and then to the right. I thought the faster strat is to walk upright, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I actually don't even know. I dash up because I grab the heart pots, though. So that's like, if you're not grabbing the hearts, I mean, what you're saying could be correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm coming here much sooner in my route than they are, though, so I want the hearts for safety.
Yeah. Okay, so we have the same strat for Malmo. Yeah. That was a bit of an issue with the turtles and getting caught. So Malmo will try again. Will she use another bomb? No. She's gonna save it. And there we go. Onward. All right, so we have Peg Maze for MM2. This is a funny room. It didn't go the way MM2 would like it to.
That was
okay.
wild, pokey RNG. It was like 2 cells to the right of where he normally is.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird screen for sure. And Helma's down for Malmo. And MM2 is misunderstanding Relkin in chat. That's okay.
Yeah. MM2 is spared a few seconds on the Trinex fight just to talk with us in chat. That's very kind of him.
Mm-hmm. Crystal cutscenes for both runners. And MM2 will be exiting Turtle Rock and will be stuck in the entrance. And we simply want to save and quit and then clip to Ganon's Tower at that point. And now Malmo
MM2
has
is looking
TR.
on like a... I was just gonna say, MM2 looks like he's on at like about a 112 pace, depending on how the rest goes. And actually PB pace as well.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good... It's been a solid run from M2 with just mild errors. It's been like no disasters, which is great to see to this point.
Oh, I missed if he threatened the old man with the sword again, but he did get the heal. I see that now.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
There was a funny text mashing frame in one of his previous races.
yeah. Incision, I'm surprised you're awake. I'm sorry we haven't put you to sleep yet. But the good news is we've probably kept our restreamer awake. Baseball. I'm trying to accomplish 2 goals here. They're kind of paradoxical, though.
MM2 showcasing that sometimes Link will not face the direction that you want him to. It's a problem sometimes.
Yeah, that screen. It's like Link doesn't do anything you want him to do, and the Stalfos doesn't do anything you want the Stalfos to do.
Right, Pokey battle for Malmo coming up.
Mm-hmm. We get right side RMG, so not a big deal.
Hey, MM2 going for the same... I'm always curious about this bombable floor room, what strats people go for. That's the strat that I do, the one that MM2 did.
We shoot an extra arrow, but it doesn't matter. We're probably grabbing the chest anyway. And MM2 is onward to the upstairs.
Like a pretty good Trinex fight from Malmo for the first path.
And Trinex is down for Malmo. And she'll be off to Ganon's Tower. Oh, MM2 got caught. I'm not sure how that happened, but he had to walk through the spikes. That's so rough when you mess up at the top of the room, because then you have to get through the whole length of it going down.
Yeah, this series of rooms before the gauntlet is like, if one slight thing goes wrong, like the entire room like just gets off
Oh yeah,
script. It's
that's
very
right.
hard to correct.
Yeah. Okay, good dash down and G2. Oh.
Nice hard drop, though, at least. Those BMOs were not giving him any break before that.
Right.
Well, also taking the heal from the old man.
Yeah. I like that heal. Alright, a fast 2 cycle for MM2. Not ideal, but not a problem either.
I don't know, I expect a 2 cycle, honestly. Sometimes the game just doesn't want to let you have it. Like, if you get, like, the 3 short hops in all different directions, or, like, so much can go wrong in Land Mode 2.
Alright, so MM2 had a 2 cycle Whiz Rep 2. This is dangerous because now he's low on magic, so he'll have to find a backup for torches too. And there he goes, getting the magic from the bottom pot. Well, the bottom torch pot. Alright, so a little shuffling, but he gets through. Now he just needs to take it easy. Yeah, he's a little off script, so he missed a fire rod shot, but that's fine.
You were just saying that he wasn't having any disasters this run, but that's the curse of GT on PB pace. That's
true. Yeah, it's like you can lose tons and tons of time in Ganon's Tower. It happens all the time. And we have Malmo going to Ice Armos, and MM2 going to Aga 2. Okay, Malmo missed an arrow, so she'll have to deal with the last guy. She has beams, though, so this shouldn't be a big deal. There we go. Good.
Some very rude blue balls from Aga,
Yeah.
but gets it done.
Yep. Yeah, we have a situation where... What is the situation? We have a PB in quotes for MM2. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
I'm not totally sure what.
Yeah,
what it's mean.
somehow that GT saved time over MO2's PB, so I mean, good on him at least.
Mm-hmm.
What Chex is referring to is that Aga 1 is the decider in this category, and you know, I don't know how much time you can lose on blue balls, because I don't pay attention, but it's quite a lot.
Infinite. It seems.
Infinite.
Malmo going into Gauntlet, going into G3. So far, so good.
This is the worst one. I really don't like this room, but
Yeah,
Malmo fortunately has the blue guy come back so that
Yeah.
she can just take him out with a sword swing.
Oh. Malmo mismenus to mirror. Thankfully, she does not use the mirror. She knows that she mismenued. And, okay, G5 got out of hand, but that's okay. Oh yeah, so MM2 uses hookshot strats. I believe both runners go for hookshot strats. The options are hookshot or fire rod or boomerang. I'm always surprised that the hookshot works when you hookshot at the rail. But it catches the key.
Yeah, MM2 with the right side hook speed. Saves frames, I'm told.
It does?
I actually didn't know that until the last race with MM2, and
Right.
someone said that.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention when that was mentioned. It sounds like a
maybe
meme.
they were joking. Maybe it doesn't actually save frames.
It's even, Steven. Alright. So now we have Aghanim. Have we had any blue balls so far?
I wasn't paying attention. I was watching the Moldorm fight with Malmo.
Well, there's at least one.
Was a little. Both the runners having a little bit of an issue in the Helma way. MM2 with the spike for good luck, and Malmo with the map buffer.
I see. I missed the spike. Alright, Aga's down. And we have Aga 2 for Malmo. This is one of the hardest fights. You have to
I'm angry
improvise.
for Malmo right now. Like that, the way some of this has gone is just, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
We are getting a Clipe attempt. Let's go. It's like she questioned it. The pixel.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, she did get out on the second try. Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't save any time, but it's the thought that counts. I always
Yeah.
say.
That's the start. And MM2 did get 3 blue balls. The most common number. So that's it. That's all the dungeons. MM2's on to the Ganon fight. And he uses the Pui strat, which is the non dash strat, basically. And there we go. We get to 1-1.
It was a nice 1-1, but I was gonna say hookshot strats are very rarely seen in this category. So, but it was nicely done though.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You have to have done the hookshot route. Right. We get torch glitch. So now it's just phase 4. MM2 switches to fire rod. Malmo is beeping.
It happens to the best of us, but this is a very safe area. I mean, we're very overpowered at this point. I'm sure she's gonna be fine.
Yeah, that is true. One thing about guards, though, they don't really care about mail upgrades too much. They typically do half a heart regardless. So
Who has
Ganon's
taken
down.
down Gan?
GG's to MM2.
GG's in chat.
A 112.52. You were right. It was 112 pace and landed on a 112.
I forgot to open the race room. I'm assuming that is a real PB, I think.
It's certainly a race PB.
But oh yeah, MM2 is here. I could just type it here. MM2? Is that a real PB? Or... Nonetheless, it was a pretty solid run. Like, I think it just had some unfortunate incidents in GT, which is pretty normal. I think most people don't have a perfect GT on PB pace.
Em says MM2's PB is 112.52. So he tied it.
I think it was a joke. I think this actually is the new PB.
You're right. Malmo says too, so that might be our
I think
count.
Malmo's counting blue balls.
Hello.
Oh, we're joined by MM2, the winner of the race. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
congratulations on the PB as well.
Yeah, I regret to inform you that that was in fact a real PB. It was also the worst run I've ever done.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's how
Yeah.
it goes with PBs.
Yeah, my favorite part was where I was plus 50 on... No, where I was plus 40 on an actual good run out of TR, and then I didn't have a complete meltdown in GT and 9 blue balls. So,
What are you comparing to? I see plus 41.5.
yeah, that's my good run that then had a disaster GT and 9 blue balls and missed Torch Glitch.
Oh, I see.
Finish.
All right.
Well, it had, I think... No, it was 9 blue balls, and then I missed Torch Glitch and turned my console.
I see.
Yeah. And then
And you somehow
gold
saved
was-
those.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can just look in my live split file for them. But yeah, that was what happened with that. And then
I see.
it was like on pace with that run until ice, and then I dicked around with bufferless basement clip and missed it because apparently I can't hit a 1 frame down right to save my life.
Okay.
I also
Yeah,
can't
that's
hit,
right.
I also can't hit mirror wraps to save my life apparently because I missed like a combined 3 mirror wraps in this run. I guess if you count Fench Stash, it's 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. I
That's
guess I
not shy.
missed.
I wasn't going to comment.
I do a really weird grip on my hitbox for Fench Dash. I changed to a one-handed grip in the screen transition, so I can one-hand it, and I'm still not great at it.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, at
that's
least
what I
when
would
you
do.
did miss the mirror wrap, like, it wasn't, like, the bad way. Like, when you move the screen, it's less bad than when you get the mirror bonk. So
Yeah.
it wasn't as punitive as it could have been.
It's true. But it could have been correct, and I could have gotten the mirror wrap and saved 30 years. So, I don't know. That's how I want to think about it. But that's just how it goes.
Switch. So GG to Malmo just finishing up Ganon. I'm not sure how she's face down after a spin. It looked kind of funny. I'm not sure if she changed directions. And
Nice. Yeah, GG Malmo on finishing. I would probably have turned my console off after dying to blind, but GG on being better than me.
Yeah, she has mentioned this before. If she dies to blind, she will go get tempered.
Heck yeah. Honestly, it's not a bad backup. But yeah.
Thieves is no joke in this category.
I agree. That's why I do Moldhorn before it.
Yeah. We're joined by Malmo. Hello, GG.
Hello.
GG Malmo.
G.
Did you actually PB?
Yeah, unfortunately I did.
Unfortunately.
It was only plus 40 on my like a good run out of TR.
I wanted to PB first and win second, and then you PB third. So at least one of those things happened.
Nice.
Blind is
Yeah,
not the boss
sure.
I expected to die to in this one. I don't know how I got off script on the first hit, which is, it's dead once you do that. You can get off script later, but on the first hit, you're pretty screwed.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Blind is Blind's a bad fight.
And then cold stare. I practiced it. Didn't help.
Yeah, I think I took your good cold stare RNG.
The mistake
I
was
had-
practicing.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't practice cold stare. So
yeah.
Clearly this is empirical evidence that
I
practicing
didn't
is
have
bad.
enough time to prepare for this race. I've been sick for 2 days, so I haven't been able to play.
Sorry to hear that. Being sick sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, I did catch your practice beforehand, obviously. So it does look like you're working out some new potential strats. And so going for
phase 1.
Yeah, phase 1. I mean,
I don't know why phase 1
tricky.
is the hard part. I
Yeah.
learned phase 2 2 years ago, and it's fine. But I had to do phase 1 correctly for phase 2 to work.
Yeah. Yeah. So your consistency, I mean, you're showing that, you're kind of fixing it, whatever was broken, but now just do it 100 times.
Yeah.
You just have to have time to do that.
The problem is I'm trying all the different fixes, and none of them are really better than what I was already doing. In fact, when I was at the end of the practice saying that it's better now, I was just going back to what I used to do of not stopping. Because stopping just wasn't working for me. It was making me get hit.
Uh-huh.
And then in the race, I stopped because
Oh,
I was out of rhythm and couldn't actually do what I normally do.
I see.
Tragic.
If I'm not in rhythm, then I have to stop. But I don't practice stopping because stopping doesn't work. So I don't know what to do.
Stopping is cringe. That's why I don't do it.
If I don't stop, I hit the wall with the fire rod and then the fight is over.
You should try being a music major. I think that
Yeah,
helps.
it's a good idea. I don't know.
I don't know.
That would be a pretty bad music major.
That's okay.
What about you? How was your run? Other than it's a PB. What part of the PB do you hate the most?
There are a lot of things to hate about this run. I missed 3 mirror reps.
Oh, that's good.
Was 2 frame down right at the very end off of getting full unbuffered teleport basement clip.
Oh no.
I golded Skull Woods with menuing to mirror after Fire Rod.
I walked into my portal after Smith before getting my sword.
Oh, the actual bad things were I had a great bumper skip and I had a 656 Eastern. So if this was a normal attempt, I would have literally turned my console off after getting into Eastern.
This is why you finish your runs. You can actually PB if you finish your runs.
That's a lie.
You've never PB'd in a run that you didn't finish.
That's true, I guess.
Think about it for a second.
But if I reset until I get a 639 Eastern, then I can skip 112. But now I can't. It's all your fault.
The good news is that you don't have to submit this, so it doesn't.
True.
You can change history by not PBing today.
I can't believe Chex would advocate for not archiving and keeping records. That's like your thing.
It
Yeah.
is, yeah. But
Chex
it's
used
I have to respect the runner's wishes.
Chex, you should have a Chex you spreadsheet emote. I practically have
Chex2.
spreadsheets of my splits, but that's besides the point.
Okay. This could take me on a tangent, but I will not go down this route. So
Aw, darn.
we can talk about spreadsheets more.
The bait failed. It's over.
We tried to nerd snipe Chex on Restream and it didn't work.
Got him.
Yeah, but what else is there to talk about? Did you guys have any other thoughts on your runs?
I don't know. I've said
Um,
the things I wanted to say. GG's
But-
to Malmo.
My run wasn't good even without the blind death. Like, I didn't gold anything for the first time in my life.
Oh,
I had a lot of splits that were like plus 20, plus 30.
yeah.
So I don't have to feel like, well, if only I had not died to blind, I would have PB'd and or won. It wasn't ever going to happen. I needed MM2 to have a major disaster, and of course he gets a PB, so it was never going to happen.
Well, this is what happened to me versus Skelly. Is
Yeah,
I
just
had a major
completely.
disaster and he
I'm going to go 0-3 in this tournament, and
Oh,
it's just going to be the way it is, I guess.
tragedy. I don't know. I'm glad I got to race you. We had the
Because you know what's
AAA
going to happen. I'm
already.
going to play Sleepy in the next one, and then, right? Wait, Sleepy won or lost? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
It might be you and Bayer. I'm not sure.
That'll be fun.
They both had disasters last night. I can't remember who won. I think Sleepy actually won that one. I might race Mr. Bayer. I don't mind that so much. I think we're pretty evenly matched.
Nice.
Like, his PB is what I feel like I'm capable of on this route. I just haven't had that run yet.
My question is, what will become of your splits, MM2?
What do you mean? What will become of my splits?
Well, what are you going to compare to?
Probably my PB and my 1:11:58 that definitely happened.
True. Yeah, we can't lose that yet.
Yeah, the problem is that nobody else runs this route, so I can't compare to like a 109. Actually, I probably could. I could just make something up,
Mm-hmm.
and then it could be something I compare to. But it'd just be +5, +10 every split, so there's not really a great reason to do it.
Fair enough.
Because the golds wouldn't be mine. But yeah, I'm happy that we got to race. Have the AAA AD RMG
Yes.
race.
The A is short for all, by the way.
But yeah, thanks to Chex and JD for comms and to Baseball for race tournament.
Yeah, thanks for
thanks
racing.
for playing. Malmo, I hope you get to feeling better.
Oh, I'm better now. I had a migraine for 2 days, and I can't play video games when that happens, so I'm just 2 days out of practice, and you can't do that in this category.
That sounds like a great time. I'm so happy for you. Not.
Yeah, glad you're feeling better. Next week will be better.
Absolutely.
I hope so.
I believe.
Well, it was a lot of fun. Great to commentate with you, JD. And we'll throw it back over to ZSR.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching today. Thank you to our wonderful runners, Malmo and MM2, and of course our commentators, JD and Chex. That's going to do it for today on ZSR1. I'm going to send you over to ZSR2, where they're in the middle of a Majora's Mask randomizer tournament match. So I hope you enjoy that. And we'll see you next time. Bye.